this is not how I wanted to start this episode. First, death. We'll go back down. I'll show you what I was doing. So I've set up another elevator down here. So I was gonna dig out another area and show you what I've been up to, but no. I dug a block next to here and I've followed it all the way down, and yeah, it's like a 100 block drop. So not good. But we do have these graves in the pack, so if I just right click on that, it'll put everything back where it was in my inventory. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of digging and then we can get on with what I'm supposed to be doing today. Okay, so I've done a little bit of digging, not a lot, because I've actually changed my mind. I think what I'm going to use this level for is like all the tech rooms, and that's why I've gone for the quartz. I think I'm going to go for a laboratory kind of look down here, so I thought everything all white would look really good. But after I started doing this, I realised I already had another room up here. And I came back up and I did a little bit of decorating. So this is what I've gone for. Something very different to what we've got around here. And I also finished off this centre bit as well with the palm planks. I really like this against the limestone. Matches really well. But in here, decided to go for a different look. Because what I'm going to do is use this for a power room. And I've decided to experiment with a few different power options. Obviously, these power reactors are probably the best. But before we get into this, I'm going to do a few different things. So I'm going to do the Mekanism power setup that I really love with the ethylene and the gas burn generator. But I've decided to experiment with a few little things as well. A couple of comments I got in my last video. I'm going to try both those ideas and a couple of other things I've thought of as well. So this room, yeah, it's deep slate. And this block that I really like as well, this is the scoria from Create. And you do find this in the world. If we just have a look at it, you do find it. But I didn't have that much of it. I ran out. So I looked at the recipe, and it turns out you can cook soul sand, and it turns into scoria. And the soul sand I didn't have a lot of, but you can craft this with the nether essence and the fire essence, both of which I have an absolute ton of. So I've crafted up a little bit of soul sand, cooked that into the scoria, and the rest is history. So, power. We need to upgrade this drastically, because at the moment, we're only generating 184 RF per tick. Now, I do have 20 million RF in there, so it is plenty, but the thing is, I'm not actually using any at the minute, apart from my Plagianistic system, and you only really notice the power drop when I start using this crazy thing. So the machinery we're going to sort out, I'm going to get into Mekanism today, along with all the power stuff. So let's start off with a little bit of Mekanism. So last time, I did do a little bit, because we needed this sawmill, so we could go get the Certus quartz. So all we did was the sawmill and the metallurgical infuser, which is the starting point in Mekanism. So we're going to use that again today, and if I just grab some osmium and a bit of redstone, what I want to do first is get the enrichment chamber going. But if we just have a look at the recipe for that, we don't have everything yet. Yeah, so we need to do a few basic control circuits, but as we learned last time, we just need to put a bit of redstone in here, and I'm just going to do enough to get the enrichment chamber, and then we can take our redstone and coal and get a lot more out of it. Right, so if we grab these, I should be able to do this now. I'll take that. And I've got loads of quests I need to sort out, but we're just going to put the enrichment chamber down here for now. I'm going to upgrade this as well. But what happens here is if we put redstone into here, this turns into enriched redstone. So I'll do a few of these and keep a stock of them. But if we put this in here now, we'll get a lot more out of it. Rather than the 10 or 20 it was before, we now get 80. So yeah, that's definitely a lot more efficient. So we can bung a load of stuff in there, let that do its thing, and we can have a stockpile of the circuits. And actually what we can do, we can send this to the right. So that's already set output to the right. If we just click auto eject on there, these should start going directly into here. Now just set the input on here. Why are you not doing that? Oh, is it secondary input? Yeah, secondary. Right, okay. Let's change that to yellow extra. Is that right? Yeah, so that's the extra. That's going straight into there now. Right, great. So I can just leave that to do its thing. And we can get an absolute ton of these things. I suppose the next thing we should do, just so we have a powered source of cooking things, we should do the energized smelter. We'll start off with the basics. Do we have everything for that? Yeah, I did a few of these steel casings, and the great news is as well, I'm also growing the steel with Mystical Agriculture now, so we have plenty of steel. That's not a problem. Okay, so grab the energized smelter. Okay, so I've got the energized smelter now, and we can just put anything there, and I'll just cook up like a furnace, but we're using power instead of going through our coal. Okay, the next thing we'll do is the crusher, because this is going to be very handy, because at the minute, we're using this for all our crushing needs, and I don't want to be jumping up and down things. I want to put it into a machine and leave it to do its thing. So, yeah, I need a couple of buckets of lava for this, but that should be alright. A couple of buckets there, and I have a tank of lava here. So, grab those, and go for the crusher, like that. So, yeah, the crusher, we can just put things into here, and it'll turn into... Let's just grab some of our dark gems. We can put these in here. Yeah, don't have to use the squeezer anymore. So we can get rid of this. Right, so we've got the very basic machines here, but what I want to start doing now is upgrading these. Firstly with the speed and energy upgrades, and then turning them into factories. And this is greatly going to increase the power usage, so that'll give us some reason to get on with the power. So in the crusher, we're just going to put some osmium ingots in there because we want the osmium dust, and that is for the speed upgrade. So we need the infused alloy, glass, and the osmium dust. And if we also look at the energy upgrade, same thing, but gold dust instead. So once these are done, put some gold in there. And let's just grab that. We're going to upgrade the crusher straight away because that's the one that we need to run quickly at first. Yeah, so when you put these things in, oh shit, I need the alloys first, don't I? So let's take those out of there, put the iron in. Right, so just grab our first speed upgrade like that. And then we can put that into here. Now if we look at this at the minute, it's using 20 FE per tick, which is nothing. But if we put our upgrade in, that has already gone up to 35, 36, and you can put 8 of these in and it does go up a real lot. So that's why you need the energy upgrades to bring that back down. And sometimes it is a bit of a balancing act depending on what kind of power setup you've got. Let's put another 2 in there now. So we're now we've got 3 in, and that's using 112 FE per tick. Power holding steady for now. Okay, that's 5 in there now. Actually, let's put some gold in now. We can start on the energy ones next. Okay, so what's that doing? Yeah, see, that's gone up a real lot now. That's 350 FE per tick. Definitely gonna need to speed up that metallurgic infuser as well. So I'll stick 3 of these in there. And now with 5 in there, we're using 350 as well. Yeah, and as you can see, that is going a lot faster now. So we're gonna upgrade this one all the way. Stick those in there. Right, so you can see that power has just dropped drastically because that is using like up to 2,000, I think, which is madness. So let's just grab some more iron. We'll stick those in there. Let's see what that's doing. Yeah, 2,000 FE per tick. I don't think these cables are good enough to transfer all that. See, this is just running out constantly. But if we put the energy upgrades in there, that should help that out a lot. Right, so I've only got 1 for now. But let's just stick this in, see what this does. See, that's not going as crazy now, but definitely need more. Right, so I've got 8 of those there. Let's stick these into here. And yeah, that's leveled right out now. So that's gone right down to 200 with the 8 energy upgrades, and that's including 8 speed upgrades as well. But you can see that is flying now. We're getting absolute ton of these things. Okay, so the crusher, get all those energy upgrades in there. And another speed upgrade. So what's that now? So that's up to 6. That's not bad. But we'll just put the energy upgrades in all these first. Right, so I've got all these upgraded now. They've all got 8 energy and 8 speed upgrades. So these are flying through things now. But next, I want to take this up a notch and turn all of these into factories. So what we need for this is the basic tier installer, and the 3 different levels of this, but the recipes do get a bit crazy and we're not at the level where we can produce this stuff yet. First thing we want to do is craft a few of these. So we'll do, right, we'll put these that way. So we'll craft 4 of those, I think. So all you need to do is shift right click on the outside, and this will turn this into the factory equivalent of that machine that you've got there. So I need another 1. And now what this does is that you have 3 slots, and you get more depending on which level you go up to. But if we turn this to auto sort on, I'll grab some redstone, and what this will do is sort it between all those slots. So if I just put that in there, it's split it out into all 3. And this again will use more power, so it's triple the power, which is what you'd expect. And yeah, so put auto sort on there. I can do the same thing, but we will get things a lot faster now. So that'll split the iron out and do 3 at a time. And then same for every single one. Right, so that's going well. Next thing we need for Mekanism is something called an osmium compressor. But for this one, we need something a little bit more advanced, and that's the advanced control circuit. But luckily, it is just combining the 2 basic ones that we've already got. So let's grab a few of those, stick those in there. And if we grab the osmium compressor, get some osmium as well. We're going to need a few more upgrades for this, aren't we? So we'll just put that in there. I need to move my bed. Go there. Right, so if we just put osmium into here, we can use this to get some more advanced materials that we need for the later stages. And the 2 things we can do with this is refined glowstone and refined obsidian. And this is the one that we really want. This is going to get us into the higher stuff. And what we need to do to get the refined obsidian is a little bit of a process. You don't just put obsidian in here. You need to put refined obsidian dust. And to get that, you need to put obsidian dust into a metallurgic infuser with enriched diamond. Using diamonds for this, so it's not a cheap recipe, but the obsidian dust, that's the simple bit. We just need to put obsidian into an enrichment chamber to get the obsidian dust. So let's grab some stuff. How many? We're doing alright for diamonds now. What's that? 300. So let's grab a stack of those. And because we've got the enrichment chamber as well, it's much more efficient usage. So just need obsidian, which we've got plenty of. That's not a problem. So I'll grab that. We need to use up all this redstone first, don't we? So let's just stick a load of iron in there. Put that in, and I'll come back when that's all done. Right, so I've got all those alloys done. I got a few other circuits as well, and I've just put a stack of obsidian in here, and yeah, you get 4 stacks from it, and it's already done. It's absolutely madness. So we'll put half stack of diamonds in, and that'll give us the enriched diamond, and that should go straight into here, but it doesn't appear to be, does it? Oh, there's some redstone in there, so if I dump that, diamond will go in there, and then I can put this in here, and this will give us the refined obsidian dust. So we'll take a bit of that while it's going, and I've already upgraded this to the top level. I need to, oh, actually, let's get the tier 1 installer in there as well. Might as well while we're at it. Do that. And you go into there, auto sort on, and that gives us the refined obsidian ingot. Actually, I'm getting really ahead of myself here. We don't actually need the refined obsidian ingots. All we need is the refined obsidian. Yeah, because we can use this to infuse stuff as well. So what we're going to do with this, we can turn it into the enriched obsidian first, so we can get our money's worth. And then in the metallurgy infuser, this is what we use to go into the next level of alloys. Well, this is the top level alloy, actually. But first, we need to do this one. So I do need the diamond again. But if we put these into here, this will give us the next level of the alloy. So I might as well do all of this. And then we can put some of the refined obsidian into there. Grab this. Take those out. And if we put the reinforced alloy into there, that'll give us the atomic alloy. So yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Getting to top level mechanism. Now, how's my power doing? Oh, yeah, that's dropped a lot. Definitely going to need to get into some power in a minute. I'll take that. Right, you know what? I'm going to look at my quests, because I've got I must have an absolute ton. I didn't even do it last time with all the applied logistics stuff. So yeah, let's put some stuff away, because I'll probably get a few rewards here. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Plenty of stuff from applied logistics last time. There's probably some little bits that I've missed as well that I might need to craft up. Yeah, I've definitely done those, but I haven't unlocked the stuff before. I've definitely... Oh, I didn't do the compass. Let's do that. I didn't need the compass, so... Alright, I need to cook a compass. How do I not have a compass? Right, alright. Right, I just need to charge... Oh, where's my charger? So I grab my compass, put that in the charger. Alright, so we now have meteoric compass. That should have unlocked loads of quests after it. Take that. And those. Definitely did that. Maybe I didn't do the basic one. That could be it. Also, I've definitely done the controller. It's right there. Alright, whatever. Leave that for now. Don't sink. Right, that's everything. How have I not got anything from Mekanism? All stuff I've done there. Right, a few other bits missing. Right. Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I need to do the power gen first before you can get into... Right, okay. Because normally, if you was doing Mekanism on its own, you'd have to do this stuff first before you could craft all the machines that I've just done. So let's do that. Yep. Say that. And I've done that. Done those. And that. I've done the refined obsidian ingot, so it was worth doing, even though I don't really need it yet. I can do the glowstone as well, I suppose. Put that in there. Might as well get some of those. Okay. What else? I've done all, I think I've done all these as well now. It's overnight. Oh, I missed out the elite control circuit, so we'll get on with that as well. Right, don't have enough of them because I turned them all into the top one, didn't I? Right, I need diamond in there. Oh, that's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to dump all that. Can I use that for anything? Oh, I can't use it for anything else. Right, I'm not wasting it. Let's get another metallurgic infuser. Right, so I'll stick that one there. And some redstone. Right, so now those are done. We can put those in there with the diamond. And then we can craft the next tier of the control circuit. Got it? Nice. Right, it's not showing that one was done either. I've already got that. Right, there we go. Wasn't in my inventory, that's right. That. And that. I suppose we just do this last one, can't we? Let's... Oh, I've got everything for that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'll take that as well. Brilliant. Okay, we've done this. And pressurized reaction chamber, I haven't done that yet. I have been enriching things. I just coal, I think that's the only one I haven't done. So let's grab some of that. I'll just do one because I don't really need to do coal anymore because I'm growing the steel already. So let's just put that in there. And that should be it. Right, yeah, so this is all the power stuff that we're going to get into in a minute. And I've done that. And the cables, yeah, we'll be getting into all this as well. But for now, that's the quest done, I think. Also got power. Oh yeah, just done that one off of me. And what's, oh yeah, done the basic tier. Nice. Right, so now we've got these more advanced control circuits, what we can actually do is upgrade these machines to the next level. So I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to do. 2. That's not great. Let's go with the... What should we do? Infusing factory. Yeah. And the... What we've been using? Crushing factory. We've been using that bit, haven't we? So let's go with that. And as you can see, that's now 5. And this will probably use quite a lot of power as well. So I think before I get too carried away, we should get on with doing some of the power stuff. Right, so the first thing I want to do for power is find somewhere to store it. And I think I want to use these energy cubes from Mekanism. So I want to use the ultimate energy cube, but you need to craft that. You need to do the one previous, and you need to keep going down until you've got the basic one. So we'll do that. Actually get a few of these because we'll probably have a few of them hanging around. But let's just do one of the big ones. So that's the next one. Oh, are you joking? I don't have any of those. I thought I was prepared for this. Right, got those now. So that's the next one. And then finally, the ultimate energy cube. Right, so I think I've got everything I need to do the first one. So the first recommendation I had was to use rotten flesh to create power. And to me, that sounds like a great idea because I've got an absolute ton of it. Actually, I'm actually throwing it away. I've got a full storage drawer, which is up to 2,000. So maybe I should... take that void upgrade off there so we can stock up on that a bit, but we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to put everything in here. So what I'm going to do first is put the energy cube at the end. And I'm going to have a big multi-block energy storage thing over here eventually, but I just haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet. I've put a little thing back here. I've got a ME cable going all the way along, and the reason I've got that is so we can use one of these things called the export bus. Should we put the furnaces in first? Right. So what I'm doing here is I've got these things called obsidian furnaces, and if we look at the recipe for this, these are just an upgrade of the iron furnace. So we craft an emerald furnace from a diamond furnace, from a gold furnace, from an iron furnace, and that is just furnace wrapped in iron. So just go through all those recipes, and we've got plenty of stuff now, so that wasn't a problem. So I've crafted up 4 of those. I'm just going to stick those around here somewhere. So let's just have a little bit of a gap here. Now, do I want them flush with the wall or back a little bit? Let's just do them flush for now, see how that looks. Put that there like that. They're not the prettiest things in the world, but they should do the trick. No, I need them back a little bit, do I? So let's grab these again. Right, so what I want to do is take the power out at the bottom. I'm going to do this all the way along, because I'm going to have a couple of other things along here as well. I'll just do that. And then this power can go somewhere else as well. But for now, I just want it to go around here. And then you can just go into the back of this energy cube, just like that. So just connect that all the way up. And then what we can do is put these on top. Can't see a thing though, can I? Let's go all the way a minute. So I'm going to put that on there like that. And aside from looking cooler, we now have access to all the sides of this. So I'm going to need to dig out a little bit more room, aren't I? Right, so what I want to do is put a oak drawer there. And I'm going to take this export bus, put that on the bottom of there, and make sure that's got rotten flesh in it. And if I put rotten flesh in there, that should now export everything into there. So I'm going to need to get some upgrades for that, so that goes a lot faster. But then, what I can do, if I take a item pipe like that, what we're going to need is a generator augment. This is what turns the furnace into a generator. So I'm just going to get, I need 4 of those. So what was it? A repeater, wasn't it? Let's grab a few of these. We're going to have to get into some auto crafting soon, because this is already getting annoying. Okay, got 4 of those. And the other one was, yeah, we're going to need the efficiency ones as well. So I'll grab 4 of those. Are you joking? No. Right. Paper. Let's just do that. Right, one of those. Yeah, one of those. And then I believe the other one is I need to convert it into a smoker. 4 of those. And for those. Right, so I can now add these augments into here. Don't know if I need them all, but we'll just stick them in anyway. Yeah, and finally in that one. Okay, so we've put that like that, and then set that to extract. Right, so that does work, but for some reason that's not taking it out of there. Right, so top is input, yeah. Auto input, let's send that to 1. Right, so I've just been playing with this and I realised my mistake. Because this isn't cooking items anymore, technically this is fuel that we're putting into here. So we've put the raw flesh in, it does work. But because I'm inputting from the top, it thinks this is where the item that we're cooking is going. But it isn't, this should be the fuel. So if we turn that to fuel, they should start going in. There we go. Right, do we have... That's fuel as well. If we just change all these... There we go. So we're now generating power from these, and I've already set these to output, and these are going straight into my energy cube. So you can see we've already got a little bit of power going into there, which is very nice. This is a really cheap way of doing it. Now I don't know how much this... I think I'm going to take the void upgrade off the one in my mob farm, so I can have plenty of this going all the time. So yeah, that is a really great suggestion for early game power, and you know what, I'm going to just keep this running. But yeah, this is a really great way. Don't need to do anything with this now, just need to make sure I've got rotten flesh, and because the mob farm's running all the time, this is definitely going to do the trick. So, very happy with that. And the other suggestion I got in my last video was to pump lava from the nether into the overworld and use that to generate power, which again is another great idea. So I'm going to stick with Mekanism, as that's what we're doing today anyway, and grab the electric pump. There may be other pumps that you can use that may be a bit better, but I'm familiar with how this one works, so I'm going to go with this. We also then need to transfer it to the nether. There's two ways we can do it. We can either use an ender tank, which is just like the ender chest, but this transfers fluid. But while we're in Mekanism, I thought it might be worth trying to use the quantum entangle portal. Now, I don't know if I can do this yet. Actually, I don't see why not. We'd need a couple of these. But yeah, should we do that? Another one, yeah, so we just had just enough for that. So these things are great. You can put these in different dimensions as far away as you want, and they can transfer every type of resource from Mechanism. So power, items, liquids, gases. So they're really powerful. So I'm going to use this to transfer the power to the pump, and also transfer the lava back so we can generate the power as well. So let's jump into the nether and see if we can get this set up. Right, so after a little bit of messing about, fighting a few mobs, I've found a spot in the nether that should do the trick. So there's a lot of things hanging around that I don't want to be anywhere near. But so let's try and do this quite quickly. So if we just put this down here, that is also going to point the wrong way. Oh, I hate these things. Go away. Right. So this pump needs to be hanging over the block or the liquid that you want it to pump. So let's just actually don't need to do this. Do I do that like that? I can put that. Should we just put the tank there? That'd make it easier, won't it? So put that there like that. That's the wrong thing. This is where the power goes into this one, and the liquid comes out the top. So if we do that like that, we need to put a quantum entangle portal there. Now I don't have a configurator with me, so I'm going to have to guess at this. So this, what we need to do, if we go into the side config and I look at energy, I want this to eject on all sides. So I don't know which one's which. But then if we do fluids, we want this to be input on every side. Because again, don't know which one's which. So that should work, but just to play it safe, not you. Do I haven't got a fluid pipe. Alright, right, we've got the home thing, so let's do that. Grab you, and I'll just dump a lot of this stuff as well, because my inventory is completely full. If we just go back. Right, so I'm just going to put, need to, maybe because I haven't set this up properly yet, so let's just do that. Yeah, so right, so that's going in there now, that's good. Okay, so I'll just set that to extract. Now, all we need to do is send power into this thing from the other end, and this should technically start working. So let's, where are we? So we'll do that, and we'll force load it. Do we need to do that? Do that one as well. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's go back. Now, well, we're going to send power from this one. Let's do it from this one. Keep it simple. Right, so we can put that down there. Put power cable like that. And again, I need to go into this one and set it to this frequency. Right, you know what? I need to get a configurator today so I can see what's going on with that thing. craft one of these up. Hopefully we should have everything for that. Yep. Right, so this is like the wrench from Mekanism, but the handy thing is you can see when you look at the sides what it's doing. So that tells me that that's an input on that side. So I need to hold down shift and scroll till it says configure energy. There we go. Now that says it's an input. So if I adjust, why you not let me do that? Right, so that's an input, that's good. But then I want that to be an output. Right, so it's going to the config and turn that to output. That is now taking energy from there. Now I did it the wrong way, so that should be. Oh, I need to go back to the nether eye. Oh, this is annoying. Actually, though, what we could do just to check it's working and hopefully not have to go back there again. I'm going to craft up another tank from Mekanism. This will get pumped somewhere else eventually. Let's pull out there, down there like that. I'll do that like that. And now is that no? So that's on input, so I need to change that to an output as well. Don't know why this configurator isn't working. Right, so I change that to output, and the lava is now coming into here, which is absolutely brilliant. So can I see by looking at that? Yeah, I can see in there there's 108 buckets of lava in there already, and that is getting pumped out into there. So ideally I should really go back to the nether, but because I messed it up I'll have to go walk, and I don't really want to do that. So you know what, I'm just going to trust that this is working for now, and I can use this in a power gen somewhere. Now how are we doing for here? So we've got 8 million FE in there, so that's not bad, and that's just from cooking rotten flesh. So now I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with the lava to generate power. And normally I would use one of these things, which is, where is it? The magmatic boiler from thermal. But I don't want to do thermal yet because, you know, it's a bit of process getting into this and having all the augments, and yeah, there's a lot going on. So I want to dedicate a whole episode to that. So what I've decided to do instead is use the, what's it called? The magmatic generator from power, because I want to get into the power stuff, and I don't want to do the reactors yet because the early ones, I quite honestly don't think they're really worth doing. But if we do the starter or the basic magmator, could we do that? I don't think we do these yet because I don't want to do all this stuff. But if we do let's do the basic one. So we need to get into this thing, don't we? Right, I've never done this. I need to craft the first one anyway. All right. So yeah, we don't have any of this. I can do a bucket. At least we can do that. So these do 80 FEP, which isn't bad, especially when it's just free lava. So I can take that. But first, we need to do this stuff called dielectric paste. Now, I could use lava because I've got loads of stuff coming in, but I think the easiest way to do it would be clay, blaze powder, and coal. So let's just go for that. We'll do loads of these because we're going to need it. Now, from there, these things, I believe, are just crafted from the dielectric paste and basic stuff. Yeah, so let's just get a few of those. Need to do the rods. Oh, right, okay. Let's just get a stack of those as well, because, yeah, they're going to be used. Right, so I can do casing now. And did I do those? No. Right, so that is the starter magmator. Okay, so now I want to upgrade that to the basic one, so it's just another one of these, which I can do, so that's fine. And basic one, what do we get? Nice. Right, so we should be able to use this now. So I think the setup we've already got down there, we should be able to do it. I look, that's already full. That's nice. This isn't the ideal setup. Let's just put this in here. I didn't intend to use these like this, but let's do it anyway. So what we can do, we'll put that in the ground and that can fill it up from there. We can then take that from there and set that to extract, and hopefully that should pull the power out of it. I'm not sure if it matters which side these go into, but let's do that. I'll get rid of that. I'll pull that out of there. I'll just start sending lava into there. So it's got lava, but it's not doing anything. What do I need to do? No, you know what? It's me being daft. This is working. It just doesn't look like it's doing anything because the lava is getting pumped in automatically and the power is taken out automatically. It looks like it's not doing anything, but it is. So if we look at the power over here, this is definitely going up. And if we look in here, 828. So that's 4 of those and 1 of those. That adds up to that. So that is right. But I think what I want to do is have a bit of a rejig of this. So I've crafted up a few more of these things. How many we got there? That's 7. So that one got 8. So I think I want to put them on this side. I'm going to move this around a little bit. I can put this anywhere as long as I've got the power going into it from here and then the power from these going back into this. That should be all right. So I'll have a little bit of a move around I'll take a look in a second. Right, so we've got all this moved around a little bit now, and this is looking a lot better. So, as far as these things go, we're struggling a little bit for the rotten flesh. So, I don't think the mob farm can keep up with running 4 of these. So, we may have to either beef up the mob farm or scale this back a bit. It's not too much of a worry because we've got all of these magmators in now. And we can upgrade these to the next version if we want to, but we'll probably get into the power reactors later on. But these are all doing the thing. Each of these is generating 80 FE per tick, which for now is more than good enough. And we have the power coming out of the energy cube going up to the quantum entangle porter, and that's sending the power into the nether to the fluid pump, and then the lava that's coming out going into here and then across into all of these, and then the power coming out the bottom as before and back into this. From behind here you can see that much better. That's coming back into here, and this is the input for the energy cube. So the other thing I've done, just as an extra little step, is I've now wired this up to the rest of the base. So the power is coming out the bottom of here all the way along here under this, and then if we let's just dig through here, we'll be able to see this easy. Yeah, so it comes up from there, and this goes up into the base to power all the machines that are up there, and also powers this stuff as well. So that is great. Now I don't need to rely on the coal generators that we've got up here, so, and it's good timing as well actually, because this is actually starting to run out now. All the coal's gone out of this, but you know what, I can get rid of this. I'll let all this power drain out of here, and then we can just cover this up and use this area for something else. And just another little thing I've done to make my life a little bit easier is I've set up this waystone. So as you can see in here, we have one that goes to the lava pump. I've battled the way back through here, and I've set this up. And you also notice as well, I have Frostwalker 3 on these boots, which for some reason it turns the lava into obsidian, so very happy with that. But to get here as well, I've also crafted one of these, which is a charm of fire resistance. So is there any way I can jump in and be able to get back out? Yeah, so this is basically just a toggleable fire resistance switch. So if I put that on, as you can see, like the potions, I have fire resistance, and now I can't get back out. Brilliant. Right, okay. So yeah, this thing's great, and it's really easy to craft as well. All you need is 3 of the fire potions and 6 blaze powder, just like that. And it does have durability. It does. Right, I'm still on fire. Okay. So yeah, it does have durability, but you know, it's not too bad. And for how powerful it is, I can live with that. But anyway, yeah. We can get here now and see that this thing is still doing its thing. I don't actually know what the range is on these pumps, but it seems to be doing alright for now, and we have 256 buckets spare. And I think, is there anything in here? Yeah, so there's 256 buckets in there as well, which, yeah, great. Definitely doing alright for lava now. If this ever does run out and it can't reach anywhere, we can move it to another spot, because, you know, not short of lava in the nether, that's not a problem. But for now, we can leave this place and leave that to do its thing. And I really did want to get some other stuff done today. I wanted to get into some Mekanism power generation, but, you know, I got carried away with these 2 things, so we're not going to have time for that. But I think what we've got set up today is definitely going to be good enough for now. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.